Now we're talking superhero games. This is my jam. I don't know what it is, I just love them. Maybe it's the ultimate power fantasy, especially for video games. Think about it, who doesn't want to save the day as some of the most iconic heroes ever? I mean, it's what video games were kind of made for. So of course, I've played just about every superhero game I can get my hands on. And to be fair, most suck ass, no argument. Superman 64, suck my ass. However, there are some that slip through those shit cracks and even manage to get the job done and really make the player feel like a superhero. It's the top 10 licensed superhero games. As always, I have to have beaten the game, and as the name says, licensed superheroes only. So, Superman, Aquaman, Iron Man, all good. I mean, we all know what we're talking about here. And only one game per franchise, otherwise Batman's gonna win everything. But first, honorable mentions. I played this guy on the Genesis back in the day, and I remember loving it. You got to play as a variety of your favorite X-Men based off the 90s cartoon version. You had Wolverine, Cyclops, Beast, Psylocke, Gambit, and Nightcrawler. They all play differently, and it was a ton of fun toying around with those powers. The only reason it doesn't make the list is that I only played the first couple levels. It sucks, but rules is rules. Based off the best cartoon ever, Batman the Animated Series, it was an action platformer with a great aesthetic, and all of your favorite villains make an appearance. It was a fantastic way to capture some Saturday morning magic. Again though, I only played the first few levels. God damn that rule. This one here would make just about every other person's list in the world. And guess what? I've actually played this one. What can I say? The art was awesome, the powers were incredible to watch, and the roster, holy shit. I mean, I get it. But now you listen to me. This is my list, and I just don't like Capcom fighters. Sorry, but not sorry.
Mortal Kombat!
I'm sure this one gets an eye roll. I mean, it's a fucking Lego game. And as Austin always says, a Lego game would be fun if it weren't Legos. In all seriousness, though, it was a great game. The story was fun, taking on some fun villains with a massive roster of superheroes, well over 50. Each with their own abilities, and once the story was done, there was a massive free roam mode to keep exploring and unlocking more characters. And the cherry on top? Co-op, baby! All of this topped off with some Lego charm. Number 10.
Guys, meet Venom.
I love this game. Origins is a rare example of when the game is actually better than the movie. It was a great hack and slash God of War clone that really captured the visual brutality of the Wolverine character. This son of a bitch would rip guards in half and eviscerate them with helicopter blades. On top of that, they actually had a real-time healing mechanic. You could watch Wolverine heal from battle damage. It was a bloodfest, and it was awesome. Here is a hidden gem for you Spider-Man fans. And it was quite different from your average Spider-Man game. You aren't swinging through New York City, but instead, it's level-based, with each level topped off with a boss fight with an iconic villain. But the real hook, you play as 4 different Spider-Man, each voiced by someone who has voiced Spider-Man at some point in time. The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Man 2099, and Ultimate Spider-Man, each playing differently with their own upgrade trees. All this kept the game so fresh. I mean, you have got to play this one. And plus, Neil Patrick Harris, boner alert.
Cartoon pig? Focus.
I know, Punisher isn't the most cuddly superhero, but this game really nailed the character and what he's good at. Shooting bitches with guns. Now that would have made this a good game, but it gets a little push from the interrogations. You get the opportunity to torture punks for information, slamming heads into fridges or holding them over tanks of electric eels. These are definitely the highlight, and if you're like me, you can't help but go too far and execute these fuckers. I mean, meth head impaled by rhino at New York City Zoo. Headline. He's my second favorite superhero. Suck it, Batman. There is just something so awesome and satisfying about watching Hulk smash shit. He's just pure power, and everything he hits is with the expression of a fuck you. The game nailed that feeling. Hulk could bring down skyscrapers, rip through a squad of mechs like toilet paper, then wipe his ass with them. Just plow through an army of tanks like they were your mom. Then, they unleashed this wrecking ball into the open world city, where your goal is to just smash and wreck shit? Yes, please. Remember that Mortal Kombat moment earlier? Well, NetherRealm made another fighting game, and instead of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, we have Batman and Superman, and I fell in love with all of it. The fighting is smooth and responsive, very quick. The arenas and characters look great, not to mention the special super moves. Ah, so good. My favorite, Aquaman! Shark Week. The story is really great too. I don't want to spoil anything, but they did make a movie out of this. So it must be good, right? I wasn't sure if the Turtles counted as superheroes, but I think I do. And that made this an easy call to include one of, if not the best beat-em-up of all time. You could play as any of the 4 Turtles, although if you didn't pick Donatello, you must be a communist. It is co-op, so your friend could be Mikey or Raph, but you play Donatello. It's a lot of ass-kicking fun, but honestly, I don't need to tell you about that, because if you do not know about Turtles in Time, you lose your gamer card. Hey, what if they made a Diablo loot-style game with superheroes? Well, they did. Well, actually, they made X-Men Legends 1 and 2 first, but then they thought, hey, what if we added Ghost Rider to this bitch? As all good games do. You could build your own team of 4 from a great roster, then battle your way through an awesome story full of Marvel's greatest villains and set pieces. And you could even team up with 3 of your friends. It checked off all of the boxes for me, honestly. The game did have some problems with combining powers and things like that, but honestly, this game still holds up even today. Honestly, give this one a try. He's my favorite superhero, and no Spider-Man game has gotten closer to what it means to be Spider-Man. The speed, the power, the agility, it's all there. Along with a strong story that nails what it means to be a hero, and more importantly, Spider-Man. The sacrifice. I got a little teary. Shut up. The combat was versatile and fast. New York has never looked better, and no game has a better traversal system. Web swinging feels so effortless and so good. Everything was damn near perfect. Can't wait for the sequel.
Long time no see. We're going to have so much fun.
It's the game that defined and smashed what it meant to be a superhero game. It defied all the odds. Nobody thought it would be good, but it surpassed good. They nailed the character of Batman, the fear, the stealth, the brutality. Even Batman's demeanor is dead on. He's very, I got this shit. Very competent, accompanied by an awesome voice acting cast, bringing every character to life and giving them both charm and weight. Mark Hamill has done it again as the Joker. It is an easy number 1. No one can argue. Shut the fuck up. How'd I do? Did I miss your favorite? Doubt it, since Batman is the correct answer. But just for shits and giggles, let me know with the comments. I'll catch you on the next one, guys.